Good morning, guys. So I was heading up the Pooter Canyon today, yet again. We had some nice snow overnight, and I was hoping that the trees would be nice and snowy. But right as I was leaving my house, I look over into the small valley here where there's a bunch of ponds and just copious amounts of fog just lifting and rising and floating through the valley. The temperature right now is actually 5 below zero, so it's super cold out here. And because we had a slight warm spell before this, the water was unfrozen and it's just kicking off tons of mist. And the good news is I got up plenty early because sunrise is about to happen. I set up my composition right behind me here. I'm using some really nice frosted reeds that kind of curve and move into the foreground. Then we have a little layer of ice that just froze over last night with bits of frost that you get when it's like super cold out. And behind that we have tons of mist rising up off the lake, and then behind that silhouettes of just some absolutely stunning, gnarly, beautifully figured cottonwood trees on the distant shoreline. I want to get started now. I want to take some long exposures with the mist moving by, and once the sun itself rises, we will get some shots with some nice backlight. Hopefully we'll get some rays and other stuff going on. I think it's going to be really good. It already looks amazing, so let's go get started. And I think we're in for an awesome morning, so thanks for joining me. So I decided to stick an ND filter on the front. This is a 6-stop ND, so pretty powerful. And I'm doing shutter speeds within the range of 15 to 30 seconds. Shutter speed choice is a very personal decision as far as what you like aesthetically, how much blur you like. And it's also kind of subject dependent as well. With this fog, it's already so soft and pillowy as it is that when I did a 30-second exposure, it actually blurred it out a little bit too much for my tastes. So I'm liking right around 10-15 seconds. Aperture is set to f16 to ensure depth of field between the reeds in the foreground all the way out to the cottonwoods in the background. And that's pretty much all there is to it. I'm just absolutely loving these conditions right now. Really a special moment. And actually, I see some pink on some fog over here, so that means the sun is rising. So I'm gonna stop talking to the camera now, and I'm just gonna get to it. So I'm actually really liking what's going on in the distance as well. There's a huge pop of color there, and I want to really emphasize that and make it large within my photograph. So I'm switching out my 16 to 35. I'm going to put on my 70 to 200, and I'm going to zoom in for some details over there. So we'll see how that turns out. Oh yeah, that's looking really good actually. So in this image, we've got mist down right in the foreground, then the cottonwood trees right behind that, and then just a huge burst of color right in the background. It's kind of unique. A lot of times when I take these foggy shots, I'll have fog and I'll have trees intermingling, but never really this burst of color. So that's a really interesting aspect about this image, something that I'm really excited about. And I think they're turning out great. So this has been a really cool, surprising morning already, and we're just getting started. Wow. So that was kind of ridiculously incredible. I think that I captured so many images. I'm really excited to get home and sort through them, see what worked, see what didn't. But I think that I really got a lot of compositions with a lot of varying light on them, and definitely a morning to remember, a special morning for sure. So with that said, the fog has cleared a little bit over this way, and I can actually see the foothills now, and at least from this far away, and I'm pretty far away still, they seem to be completely white. So what I'm hoping and what I'm thinking is that maybe a little bit of fog sat in there overnight and coated those trees with just a layer of ice. If that is true, it's going to be absolutely incredible, and I think it's worth a shot. So I'm going to head up to the Pooter Canyon. It's about a half-hour drive up there, and I'm going to scope things out. Hopefully, it's just as good up there as it looks from down here right now. Fingers crossed. I think it could be really good. If the conditions are how I think they are, we're in for a real treat, on top of a really tasty treat already. Let's get up there and check it out. Alright guys, made it up to the Pooter Canyon, and boy, it is gorgeous up here right now. We've got nice fresh snowfall stuck to the trees, clinging to the rocks. The hills are just blasted white. In fact, it's so good right now that I'm going to split up my video into my morning sunrise shoot and Pooter Canyon in a separate video. There's just too much good stuff to fit into one video. So with that said guys, thank you so much for watching my video today. Please hit that subscribe button if you want to see more videos like this. It really helps my channel out, and I really appreciate it. And if you want to see part 2, click the link at the end of the video. Thanks so much for watching my video, and I'll catch you next time.